video and tag your family and your friends in this particular video because we are returning some things to the sender. Okay, guys, you heard what I said today on the Nicole show. We are returning some things to the sender. So do me a favor, make sure you like our page, Driven by Purpose. That is PURPOS 3. We are on Facebook, Instagram, and we are on YouTube. So make sure you do me a favor. You like our video, you share our video. And if you have any questions, comments, make sure you post them below because we are here. Because when you hear what we are returning to the sender, I believe that you will be returning some things to the sender yourself. So, welcome again to the T Nicole Show. I am your host. I'm your host, T Nicole, and I am coming out of Texas today. And I'm excited to be before you guys today because normally I don't go live on the second Fridays, but today is a special day. So, I wanted to get the message out because there's so much happening and we are holding on to things that no longer serve us purpose. So that's why we have to return to sender the things that no longer serve you nor me any purpose. So welcome, welcome, welcome. So here on the T Nicole show, everyone is welcome. We want you to come and show up as yourself each and every week. We want you to take off the mask, take off the makeup, show up as your authentic self because in this season, you have to be you. You do not have to be anybody else, but come as you are. And guess what? We will accept you being who you are, especially since we are returning some things to the sender on today. So, welcome, welcome, welcome. Please let us know where you are tuning in from. If you are in Michigan, if you are in Texas, if you are in Florida, Africa, wherever you may be tuning in, I want to know where you are on today. And again, welcome. So, you might ask me, T, how can I be a guest? Inbox me. Say, T, I want to be a guest because we have speakers that are business owners. We have individuals that just want to share their story. But this is the opportunity for you to say, I want to be a part of what you are doing. And guess what? We would love to have you on the show. This week, I did not have a special guest, but next month, we're going to bring our special guest. Her name is Dana. She's coming all the way from Michigan. Right now, I'm currently in Texas. And so I said, the show must go on. And so now I just wanted you to know that you are able to be a special guest on my show, but this is not your traditional show. We want you to come as you are. You don't have to be somebody that you're not. We are no longer going to have the imposter syndrome because we are returning that back to the sender. We are no longer holding on to the fear because the fear is not yours. We are returning that back to the sender. We are not walking around here doubtful because why? We have to return it to the sender. We are no longer ashamed of what we experienced. It was a part of the plan. We didn't know that we were going to have to endure what we had to endure, but it was all a part of the plan. So not only that, we are in our lives, we're going through our journey, and it doesn't feel good. It doesn't make sense. So now we're trying to figure out, who are we? What are we supposed to be doing? What really is my purpose? All along, you was already on your mission. Do you hear what I'm saying? Like when you were born and you seen how your life it played out for you. And the thing is, somebody came and interrupted your program. Did you hear me? Somebody came into your life and they interrupted your program and they told you who you were supposed to be. They told you how to live. They told you how to act. And some people even took your joy. Some people took your peace. Some people took the things that you knew you were created to do, but they tried to blind you. They tried to confuse you. They tried to make you feel like you did not belong here. So what did they try to do? They disturbed your inner peace. They disturbed your inner world. They disturbed what you had going on because they were not happy with themselves, or they might have been happy with themselves, but they had an assignment. I will say that again because some people it's going to go over your head. Some people you might be understanding what I'm saying because it happened to you directly. It impacted your life because somebody was assigned to you to get you off your course so you can grow. It didn't happen to you, but it happened for you. That simply means you may have been in an abusive relationship. You may have been molested. You may have experienced the loss of a loved one, and it caused you to spiral down. Listen to what I'm saying, because sometimes we can go through these trials and these tribulations, and we're thinking it's meant to destroy us. It's meant to stop us, but it's never meant to stop you. It's meant for you to see who you really are, allow you to walk on your path to grow, to heal, to feel the experience, to learn from the experience, and to go forth. T, you talking good today, but T, I lost my loved one. T, I lost my daughter. T, I lost my son. T, I lost my father. T, I lost my mother. I lost these different individuals that God blessed me with. See, the thing is, what I'm learning is that we are all spiritual beings. That energy doesn't die. So if I said it from that standpoint, so this is talking to you. I'm talking directly to you. So if their energy doesn't die, they are still here in a sense where it's spiritual, because I realize I'm a spiritual being and my spirit doesn't die, but my soul rests. Oh, I'm talking to somebody. Somebody might not agree. Somebody may agree. But the thing is, while I'm here, I'm going to continue to live in their memory. I'm going to live in their honor. I'm going to do what God has positioned me to do, because why? Energy is a part of who I am, because I am a spiritual being. So now when fear comes, that's an energy, that's a spirit, and that's not a spirit that I should be possessing. God did not give me the spirit. See, now you see why I say energy. God did not give me the spirit of fear. He did not give me the spirit of confusion. He did not give me the spirit of doubt. He did not give me the spirit of frustration, but he's given me a sound mind. He's given me a clean heart. He's given me wisdom, because I see wisdom, and wisdom is my kin. Wisdom is a part of me. I hope you guys didn't lose my sound. I didn't lose my sound. So if you are able to hear me, please let me know, because sometimes when you have an interruption, you lose sound, and I pray you did not. I did not lose sound. So back to what I was saying. God did not give me all these spirits that I was possessing in the beginning, with the fear, the doubt, the worry, and the frustration. They actually just came. They came, but now I have to get back in alignment with his will, because I realize wisdom and knowledge are my kinsmen. They are related to me. They are a part of me. And these are the spirits that I want to possess. Not only do I want to possess those spirits, but the fruit of the spirit. So that is, what is it? Long suffering. I want to possess patience. I want to access all of these goodness, joy, happiness, being who I was created to be, and not anything else. So if I understand that when those doubts come, when those fears come, when that anxiety come, when the hatred come, I have to return it back to sender, because guess what? It can be so simple as somebody coming into your life and they telling you that they are having all of these pains in their body. And guess what? You are getting it in your spirit and you're holding on to it, and it's not even yours. And then you start feeling like something like, oh my God, this is weighing me down. You know why it's weighing you down? Because you heard it. You heard it, and then you attached yourself to it. So now you got to learn how to release it. You got to let go and let God. Not only let go and let God, but you have to say, spend time with yourself and say, today I'm letting fear go. Today I'm letting this pain go. That thing cannot attach itself to me no more, because it was never mine in the first place. But because you put yourself in a position to be around somebody that poured their fear onto you. that poured their anger into you, that poured their frustration into you. So now you got to say, this is not mine. I was feeling good. I was feeling fine before that attitude came my way. I was feeling good before that frustration came my way. I was feeling good before I lost somebody. I was feeling good before I lost my job. I was right where I needed to be. I was headed down the right road, but because some things decided to attach itself to you. So now we got to return it back to our sender. So back to what I was saying about our family. We lose loved ones, but we have to let their memories live on within us. We have to know that even though we are experiencing something, we had moments with them of love. We had moments of joy with them. We had good times with them. We may even had some bad times, but whatever the time was, we had it with them. So when those fears come in, when those doubts come in, when those frustrations come in, because like I said, everything is an energy. Everything is a spiritual thing because we are all spiritual beings having a human experience, but we have to learn to detach from things that no longer serve us purpose. T, why are you saying this today? Because here on the Nicole show, we want to talk about things that are transparent. We want to talk about the truth. We want to talk about things that happen to us from time after time. But I want you to know that no matter where you are in your life, everything you are experiencing is not meant to destroy you. It's meant, and it's not happening to you, but it's happening for your good. And I'm only saying this because when we go through our experiences in life, we just trying to find out what our real purpose is, what our God-given purpose is, what God has created us to do, what God has called us to do. He's called us to walk in truth, to walk in love, but not only walk in love, the stuff that happens to us, you learn the lesson. You learn what was being taught to you. You're supposed to say, today, I'm going to be a better person despite whatever I go through, despite how I feel and my life experiences. Because why? It was designed to destroy me, but God said, I got more for you. See, the thing is, what was meant for evil, he will always turn it around for your good, but you have to be willing to be put in that position and see it for what it is, because though they try to slay me, will you faint or will you keep going? Will you remain strong? Will you remain humble? Will you know that it's working for your good? I'm asking. So if you are here and you're able to hear me, I want to know, are you allowing yourself to feel what you need to feel in order to heal? Because as you return some things to your sender, or not to your sender, but to the sender, you may be having ailments in your body. You may be having some things that are not sitting well within you. And I can speak to pain because for a couple months, the pain that tried to plague my body, it was foreign to my body, and my body has been crying for help. Listen to me, because I can only speak on the things that I experienced personally, firsthand. I want to say something for people that know who God really is. Know that we were all created for a purpose. Know that sometimes we experience things. So I have been out of my comfort zone for since February the 3rd. For those that know me and don't know me, I have been out of my comfort zone since February the 3rd. And so I used to be the victim. I had the victim mentality. I used to say the things that happened to me, they just happened to me. So now I got to walk around here shameful. I have to be feeling like I'm defeated. I have to feel like what I'm enduring is for me to lose. But the thing was, it was never meant for evil. So the thing is, the other night was having pain, but it didn't feel like a regular pain. It felt like something was weighing down on my cords. So like my system, my nervous system. And I'm gonna be transparent with you, because one thing about me, I need you to understand, when we're going through things in life, sometimes things appear to be real. And the thing is, it was feeling like I couldn't hardly sleep. It caused me to get up from my sleep. So me, I'm an individual that practice doing energy work. And so I believe in God. I follow Christ. And the thing is, on my journey, I'm learning new things. And I'm like, God, show me what it is. So yesterday, I had a conversation with one of my brothers. And he was like, Therese, T, return that thing to senders. Return it back to the sender. Because I was like, this is what I'm experiencing in my body. So I did the work. I had to do the work. So it was like something was weighing down on my nervous system. It was a pain that I was experiencing. It's not my pain, so I'm not going to even own it no more. So that's why I say we have to return some things to senders. So as to last night I had some of the best sleep in my life. This is the first time in a very long time that I had the best sleep in my life, because I've been holding on to some things because I'm uncomfortable. I want to be transparent, because one thing, I've been holding on to the thing and I didn't even realize I was holding on, because I'm like, it got to get better, but I have to make it better. I had to change my diet again. So I started eating more vegetables and fruit. I drink a lot of water. But the thing is, I'm like, I gotta get this pain out of me, because it's foreign to me. It's foreign to my body. It's foreign to my heart. It's foreign to my mind. And it's not mine. So I want to talk to somebody that's been experiencing pain in their body for a very long time, or just been experiencing recently, because you're full of anxiety, because you're full of fear, because you're full of these things that you no longer need to hold on to, because they are not yours. Wherever they came from, they have to be returned, because you no longer need to hold on to them, because they're not serving you justice. They're not serving you peace. They're not serving you what you need in this season on today. So listen to me. I've started to do some energy work. So basically, I spoke life to my hand. I spoke life to me. And I said, pain, go back. I said, fear, go back. I said, anxiety, go back. So I'm saying these things just so you can hear them. You have to identify what it is, because sometimes you can be like, it's this, and it might not even be that. So you give it a name and you say, go back, but you have to believe that it is done. You have to believe that it is working for your good. You have to believe that you are actually releasing it. Listen to me. Because sometimes we be saying things, we be like, I'm going to pray. And that's all we do is pray. But you can't just pray, because faith without works is dead. So I'm praying, but my faith isn't working for me. But I'm not doing the work. So listen to what I'm saying. So I'm praying, number one. Number two, I'm working, because I believe in energy release. I believe in laying my hands on myself. I believe in removing things from me consciously and subconsciously. I believe in that, because God has given us wisdom and knowledge, and He's given us the tools that we need in order to what is it? Fulfill the task. So just like I'm here before you, I can come sit here and say the pain is minimal. I can say the fear is releasing. Is this a daily day that I'm going to have to do? Am I going to have to work this thing? Yes, because I realize some things you might come across a person and they speak and they like, T, pray for me. They're going to say, young man, young lady, woman, man, boy, and girl, they're gonna say, pray for me, and they're gonna tell you what it is. So don't you hold on to what their problem is, but instead you release it. Say, that is not mine, that cannot attach to me, but I'm going to pray for my sister, not pray on my sister, not pray on my brother, not PREY, but I'm gonna actually PRAY, that they get the release that they need. And I'm going to release it for me too, because I said I was going to pray for your mother. I said I was going to pray for your child. Listen to what I'm saying, because so many times we pray for people, we listen to people, we allow people to put their garbage onto us. And it's not so much the prayer, but the gossiping. It's the other conversations we have instead of us having, sister, you can make it. Brother, you can make it. Hold up your head. Sometimes we be trying to have that capacity to carry other people, but that you it's not meant for you to always carry everybody. Excuse me. Sometimes they try to put all this stuff on you, and then guess what? You be thinking, that's me. You be thinking, oh, I experienced that before too. You may have experienced it, but don't you hold on to what they give you, because guess what? Again, that's a spirit. That's spirits, fear, anxiety, because somebody might have experienced something and then they placed it on you. So we're going to return some things back to the sender. I'm not saying just to them, I'm saying to the source, because fear came from somewhere. Doubt came from somewhere. Anxiety came from somewhere, but it wasn't yours. So we got to let it go. So we're going to release. We're going to release that into the earth. We're going to say, God, sometimes we bind up stuff, but we don't. I'm no longer binding up anything, but I am going to release it back to God. I'm going to say, God, you take this because this ain't mine. I don't want it. I don't want this. I want him to put it in the sea of forgetfulness, because he's going to forget it. I don't want to hold on to it. So I'm releasing that thing from me, because sometimes we can hold on to it because we binding it. What do bind mean? What are you binding? You're binding something. You heard it. And I believe in God with all my heart. I believe in Christ. I believe in Jesus Christ. Yes, I do. But I'm learning new words. I'm learning what words really mean. So we have to get to this place where we're learning what a word means, because we so quick to say what we heard. But did you do your research? Did you study the word and the actual meaning of the word that you've been using and you've been saying all along? Because so many times we be in church, we be in different religions, we have different religious practices, but do you do the research? Do you do the actual study? Are you studying to show yourself approved? Are you studying so when things come my way, I'll be like, okay, thank you for telling me that, but let me do my research. Let me find out what it is I need to say, how I need to say it, because one thing about me, I love everybody. I don't care if you're Muslim. I don't care if you're a Christian. I don't care if you're a Baptist. I don't care what your religion is. What is your relationship with God? Because the more I get a stronger foundation with God, a relationship with God, he's going to continue to pour into you and to me. Think about what I'm saying, because when you have a relationship with God, he's going to teach you some things. He's going to show you some things. He's going to give you a better understanding, so that way you can continue on your journey. So that way you can love somebody that's an atheist. You can love somebody that's a Baptist. That way you can love somebody that's a Muslim. You can love somebody that's a Christian. Think about what I'm saying, because when you own a journey called life, it's an experience, because we always were taught to live a certain way, believe a certain way. I can't say everybody, because that might not be your story. But for me, I can speak to me. I was taught to believe this way. My parents were amazing. They allowed me to find out my identity. They allowed me to experience life. When I was a child, they taught me what I needed to be taught, but they didn't judge me. They loved me unconditionally. Even though some things happened in our household, the thing was they was just trying to figure it out too. So that's why I'm letting go and returning to sender the things that I experienced in my household, because my daddy was just learning how to be a father. My mother, she was learning how to be a mother and a wife. My daddy was learning how to be a husband and a father. So they didn't get a rule book, but they listened to their inner compass. Listen to what I'm saying. God is within us. God shows us. God delivers us. God sets us free. But we hold on to things. We be in bondage because that's what we choose to do. We put ourselves in situations when we don't even know that we're doing it subconsciously and consciously. Sometimes we think about things, but as today, the woman that I'm becoming, what I'm learning and what I'm growing into, I realize I have to return this mess to sender. Fear no longer has no dominion over me. Anxiety, it has to go. It does not have dominion and power over me. I am releasing that from this life because it does not serve you purpose anymore. It is no longer yours either. And am I saying this? Because you are reflections of me. I'm reflection of you. Even though I may not do things like a traditional minister, thank God I have never been ordained to be a minister because they will look at me funny. They will look at me different. Some people, not everybody, but the thing is, I'm free to be T. I am God's daughter. The Most High said, T, you come on earth and you spread love, you spread life, and you tell the truth because people are in need of the truth. You want to hear the truth. So many times we be accustomed to things because it's normal. But God is not that type of God. He's not a God of confusion. God is not a God that wants us to continue to just suffer because he's given us what? Dominion and power. So if he's given us dominion and power, he does not want us to continue to lack. He don't want us to continue to walk around here hopeless. So therefore, I had a conversation the other day. My friend said, a lot of Americans are lazy. I said, that's not true. I disagree. I said, sometimes we have different things that are holding us hostage, whether it be the drugs, whether it be depression, whether it be fear, whether it be anxiety, whether it be our upbringing, whatever the case may be. It's some things that we have a hold to us. So now we have to be reprogrammed. Now we have to walk in our power. Now we have to deal with the issues and return some things back to the sender because of the simple fact your upbringing may have been different. Your culture may have been different. You may know who you are. And I'm stepping on some toes today because I'm telling the truth. And the thing is, sometimes we just want to know who we are. That's why it's important for us to go within. It's important for us to get closer to God. It's important for us to seek truth and wisdom and knowledge and power. It's important for us to speak to the spirit. I'm not talking to your flesh today. That's not what I'm talking to. Because I want your spirit to rise up and say, I am in control. The spirit of God, greater is he that is in me than he that is in the world. So if God is in me, God is for me. If God is going to teach me what to say and teach me how to live, I'm going to do just that. It don't matter who don't like you. It don't matter what they say, because at the end of the day, who you serving? At the end of the day, who you trusting? At the end of the day, who are you allowing to work for your good? At the end of the day, who are you going to serve? At the end of the day, what are you going to stand for? Though they slay you, who will you trust? I trust the Most High God. I trust him in all his ways. See, sometimes we look at it as a gender specific, but God is a spirit. So this is what I had to say today. Return this mess to the sender. The fear, the anxiety, the worry, the doubt, the anger, the frustration, everything that no longer serves you purpose. Because why? It's holding you hostage. And today we're releasing. We're letting it go. We're not just binding anything. We're cutting it. We're releasing it. When we're returning it back to the sender. So the doubt, the generational curses, I am a generational curse breaker. So sexual trauma, it has to go from my bloodline. Listen to what I'm saying. You have to be willing to rise up and stand for what's right. I am Coach T. Nicole, and I want to say thank you for joining us on today. Return and release things that no longer serve you purpose. You have a blessed and an amazing day. You walk in love, peace, and whatever makes you happy, and be ready to be who you were created to be. I love you, and let's go forth. Tune in next Tuesday. I mean, not next Tuesday, next month for another powerful and amazing guest. Today, I just had to get this out of my belly. I love you. Be encouraged and be blessed. I am T Nicole. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube at Driven by Purpose. That is Driven by Purpose, PURPOS 3. Thank you. Have a blessed and wonderful day.